Hello Aries, and welcome to Cosmic Brew Tarot. I'm Oscar, and this is going to be a reading for the first half of November. It's going to be my very first reading for all of the signs. I'm just going to do messages that the universe wants to give. Very kind of loose sort of reading. Sipping out of my cauldron mug right now. This great tea that my husband made. I have no idea what's in it. I just accepted it. I'm like, yes, please give me a tea. Okay, so what I do is I'm going to be using the Mermaid Tarot, and I'm also going to be using the Spellcasting Oracle cards. Basically, I use these Oracle cards to kind of give me general messages, themes and stuff that the universe wants to talk to you about. And then I use the traditional tarot to expand on that. So with all that, let's go ahead and get started. So something that I like to say is that, again, I'd like to say rather, because I've never said it before, you're my very first reading. Congratulations. For YouTube anyway. This is a collective message. So take what resonates. This is a perfect time for you to use your own intuition and your discernment and figure out from it what you are going to take away from this. This might be something that's happening to you presently, but if it's not, maybe it's something you've already gone through and you're being asked to reflect on it again for your next steps. Or maybe it's something you haven't gone through at all and you're being asked to think about it, so that if that ever happens to you, you have some wisdom and insight already ahead of time on how you want to be, what your highest self would do. That's my philosophy on tarot. What I say is not necessarily the truth, but it could be a perspective or an insight that you might need to consider. It might open some doors for you. All right, so let's draw 3 cards here. I got 3 cards, please, for what Aries is being told by the universe. First card, I've got truth. Next card, well-being. And your last card, good luck. Well, this kind of energy, this is nice energy for me, but it's definitely the kind of energy that's like needing to sit still and focus on what your blessings are, and also on things that you need to shift in your own life in order to create new blessings, more good luck, to work on things that are not necessarily working for you, things that are for your well-being. But if you're feeling drained, you need to see the truth of that. What is draining you? What do you need rest from? Because something that's draining you energetically is also draining away luck. It's draining away fortune. It's draining away your ability to go out there and find something that can land in your lap. It's interesting how luck is working in this, because if you're just stuck at home, right, resting and taking care of yourself and your well-being, you're not necessarily going out there and allowing opportunities to present themselves to you. And that means that sometimes you need to face something that's happening. Because otherwise, then you're just stagnating. And maybe that's its own kind of truth, that you're feeling stagnant and good luck can't approach you that way. It's very interesting. But that said, I think that this is a very internal kind of message. And I think that with some alone time to just kind of clear your energy and your space, and reflect, I think that is a good start towards wherever you're trying to move to. I don't know exactly what you consider to be good luck, what you need luck to, how you need luck to intervene in your life. I'm not quite sure. But you know, usually I feel like if we're depending on luck to get us out of something, it's because we don't know how to get out of it ourselves, or we don't know how to attain it ourselves. We just need something to show up and save us. Deus ex machina. But is that the way that the world works? Is that how you want it to work? Just waiting, holding until you're suddenly okay? Until something saves you? Are you a damsel in distress? You're an Aries. I don't think that you are. I think you know you got to get yourself out of this one. All right, so I'm going to draw 3 cards for truth. The first card is Ace of Pentacles. See, this is what Ace of Pentacles is about. Opportunities. Is about opportunities in the physical world. Every ace is a new opportunity, and we're talking about the, you know, in terms of luck. I think that there is something that you need. You need a new, fresh start, something that's going to help you feel more abundant. There's so much abundance in this treasure chest, too. It's a really cool Ace of Pentacles card. Can I get more cards, please? 2 of Pentacles. So just going from the Ace to the 2, but this is the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. So this, the 2 of Pentacles is typically about balancing a lot of different energies, responsibilities, but in reverse, it's that it's out of balance. It's hard to really keep up. I mean, you're probably feeling like a total mess. Maybe some things are just not operating the way that you need them to operate. I go back to the drained energy that I had mentioned earlier. Something is draining you about how your life is being managed. The energetic requirements are to do what you're currently doing is just too much. Although also, since this comes right after the Ace of Pentacles, I wonder if maybe and this is, I'm doing this to accompany the Truth card. I'm wondering if maybe there's an opportunity that maybe an Ace of Pentacles, the truth of that Ace of Pentacles is that it's not a good opportunity for you. It might be a false. It might be an opportunity that you can't handle. And I think that's a hard truth for some Aries to face sometimes. That sometimes there's opportunities that if you take, it's going to throw everything else into chaos, and you might not be able to handle it. 6 of Cups. I get very... This is giving me this very feel-good, nostalgic energy. I guess my question for you right now is the past and all of the great things that have come to you in your past that you reminisce on, that you wish you could go back to, is trying to salvage that throwing you out of balance? Or are you afraid that taking a new opportunity that presents itself to you to better yourself is going to throw everything that you've built up to this point into chaos? And you don't want to lose it. What's the truth here for you? I can't tell you your truth, but I can present you this question so that if you answer it, it might be a truth for you that you might need to hear, you might need to answer to guide you on this path. Can you rebalance? Is this even worth it? Is this something that, if this opportunity, okay, and this isn't for everybody, but like if this opportunity is something that has to do with someone in your past, family, siblings, or old friends, right? That you feel like it's going to connect you to them again. Does that just feel wrong to you? Does something feel out of balance? Like you're going to have to put in so much more than they would put in, or that what you would have to put in to make this work would just throw you off? There's a lot of questions and considerations here, so I'm going to need you to do a little bit of heavy lifting for yourself on that one. As we continue, I'm going to draw 3 cards for well-being, and hopefully we can get some more on that. That's a lot of very interesting questions. I feel like if you're not confident that you can handle something, you're not going to be able to handle it, right? It doesn't really matter what's propping it up. I mean, you could have all of the great best intentions behind you, all of the soulmates of your past that are like, yeah, we've got this, you've got this behind you, but you know your truth. You know your truth. You know what you're going to need to do to put this back in balance in order to make something like this even possibly function. And I think this might have to do with your own well-being. If you're already feeling out of balance, if you're already feeling overwhelmed by all of the responsibilities that you have, and an opportunity like this would make this so much more difficult, then we have to return to basics. We have to look at what's stopping you. What do you need to take care of for yourself? The Star in reverse. Some am I getting despair energy? Let me see. Strength. you're pushing through some kind of healing that you have to do here, you know. This energy's kind of heavy. Let me see. And the Ten of Wands in reverse. You know, this energy is someone that's been worn down. Worn down. You persist. I mean, the Strength card is basically here at the center of what's going to be my full table, but this will be the central energy, your strength. You have a lot of fortitude and resilience, and you have a lot of courage to keep pushing, even past whatever it is that's hurt you, what you find to be hopeless, what you might need some luck to get out of, what you're praying for maybe. But instead of praying for good luck, right? I mean, you are, how do I put this? You're not just resting on good luck, right? You're still forging ahead, but in that process, you're just exhausted. I mean, look at this. This is what the Ten of Wands is like on this, right? So this is someone who's lifting all of this burden. But to a point where it's just overwhelming. Again, I just keep getting overwhelming as a theme in this reading. And you keep telling yourself, I have what it takes to push through this. I have what it takes to do it. But I think deep down, there's a part of you in your soul, your spirit, your consciousness that's telling you you're tired. You're tired and you need time for yourself. You can't be this version of the past that you once were for all of these people anymore. You can't. That's why this opportunity, any new opportunity that comes to you, feels like it's just going to be a bigger problem than a solution. So if that's the case, then nothing that presents itself, no good luck that will present itself to you will ever feel right. It's just going to keep feeling like, I gotta push. Just another thing added to my plate, but I'm strong enough to push through and do it. But there's something inside of you that's telling you you're not. You're not, and you don't have to be. You could be strong enough to say, I need help. I need someone to break me out of this net. Strong enough to basically say, I'm not strong enough for this. It's very interesting. What's the word? Dichotomy? Contradiction? Paradox? All right. Let's keep going. I got 3 cards for good luck, please. I feel like maybe Ace of Pentacles and these opportunities maybe have or haven't presented themselves to you yet. It's just, regardless of whether they have or not, how can you see them for the force of good that they can be, for the good luck that they can be, if you can't bring yourself to embrace that opportunity, to take that opportunity, right? Good luck. Ten of Swords, reverse. Ten of Swords, the ultimate card of betrayal and endings. But in reverse, it's coming out of that cycle. It's the swords are coming out, basically. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Oh, Jesus. And the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. This goes exactly to what I'm saying. You are... you are healing. You are healing. I've got the Star, and then I've got the Ten of Swords in reverse. Both of those in reverse. This is dark. Whatever is floating around inside of you is dark. And it's limiting your fortune. It's limiting your good luck. The Wheel of Fortune can't turn in your favor when you're like this, because you're too busy, you're overwhelmed, you're trapped, and you keep pushing yourself and telling yourself, no, I've got this, I can do it, I should be able to do it because I see people do that, or I'm more than what I see other people do, right? But you don't... This Nine of Pentacles in reverse is really giving me a feeling of living for other people instead of yourself. And when you've lived for other people, you've only been betraying yourself. You've only been allowing yourself to be betrayed, because what you put in, you would hope is received in kind in some way, but instead it's just, you've just churned yourself into this overwhelming mire of stuff, of people depending on you, people you love. You know, don't get me wrong. But what about you? I see a lot of reverse energy here. The only things I have upright are your Ace of Pentacles, your Six of Cups, which is that feeling of the nostalgic, the people that you love from your past, friends, family, etc., and your Strength card. You want a new opportunity, you want a new beginning so bad, but it just doesn't fit. It just does not fit in your life, so you can't receive your good luck that way. You're down, you're down, you're down. You're down and you're healing. You're trying to heal. It's almost honestly like a piece of you has... It's almost like a piece of you has died in this. There's something in you that's still fighting to stay alive. Ooh. My lights just went down a little bit. This happens sometimes in my room, but like, that was kind of weird that it happened at that point when I said that piece of you has died. I feel like instead more, it's like a piece of you is dimmed. I think it's still there. You're still fighting to keep it alive. But a piece of you is really dimmed. I hate to be... I'm I want you to know that, like, despite this message, I'm going to do my best to give you a light at the end of that tunnel, right? Right now, the best thing that I can tell you is to just, again, focus on you. Focus on that well-being for yourself. Nothing's going to get solved the way that you're doing things now. I'm sorry to say. But that's okay, right? Like, now you know to do something different. Something else. Start clearing away some of the stuff in your life that is just taking away and depleting. You know, and it doesn't have to be big stuff. It could literally just be tasks that you're in charge of, responsibilities. But it could also be people, relationships. It could be an entire job, like where you work. I don't know. All right. I'm going to do some nightcaps, I like to call them, again, with the Spellcaster's Oracle, so to just kind of tie up the rows. So can I get a card for the Truth row? Psychic abilities. I really want you to take this time to do some introspection, but also to, this is very like third eye centric, so to really see things for what they are. To divorce yourself from any attachments that you might have and look at things from an outside perspective, right? I want you to be discerning with what is really bothering you, what is really making you feel. It's flickering again. What's really making you feel like you can't. The flickering is insane. I want you to pay attention to that light inside of you that feels dim, that feels like it wants to flicker and break through and shine fully the way that it's meant to. I want you to really look at that and what is dimming your shine. You have to be honest with yourself on this one. And it might hurt, it might not, it might be easy. Right? But being honest is honestly the easiest thing that we can do for ourselves, is be honest with ourselves. That is the easiest thing that we can do. Even if the truth is hard to hear, it is so much easier once you have it. For well-being, boundaries, what have I been talking about? I've been saying cutting things out, but boundaries are also an option. You know, being like, I'm sorry, I can't help you like that anymore. Or I can't help you like that as often as I do. I'm going to have to retract and maybe do this once a week, once a month. Whatever it is, right? Start setting some boundaries. Some energetic boundaries. This is for your well-being. As I say that, like, they just start flickering more intensely. See, you're fighting. You're breaking out. You're fighting. You're fighting to be seen. I can see it. I got a card for good luck. Beauty. You know that you're beautiful. You know. And see what's interesting about this too? Beauty, she's looking into a mirror, and truth, There's a mirror here, right? It's like when you look into the mirror and you see the person that is staring back at you, and you see it for all of its entirety, the good and the bad, and you can find what's good and what's beautiful, then you can look at the rest under new eyes. You can doll it up if you need to. You can get surgery and cut it out if you must. Obviously, I'm saying figuratively, like I don't advise plastic surgery. I mean, I don't not advise plastic surgery, but I'm not trying to advise it through this card. I'm just using it as a metaphor. You can shape yourself to be the vision of your inner beauty. I guess that's the best way for me to put that. You can shape yourself. And no matter what the scars are that you've gone through, whatever the scars you carry from that, you're healing them. You're healing them, and if you continue to focus on healing them, and sometimes that means being like, I need to be very clear, I can't do this anymore for my own good. That's only going to benefit you. I mean, when I think beauty, I think people, especially the people that make it seem effortless, right? They set boundaries on themselves. They set boundaries like, I need to get good sleep, or I won't allow myself to leave the house without, looking nice, dressing nice, eating healthy, right? That's part of beauty. Beauty is about setting boundaries on yourself to look your best, to feel your best. So you need to find what's beautiful about you, and you need to preserve that. And whatever it is that you're not happy with, it's time to figure out what you're going to do about that. Can you live with it? Can you be happy with it? Can you look at it from a different perspective and appreciate it for what it is? Can you doll it up? Or does it need to go? Does it need to stop? Do you need less of it? Because right now, what you need to focus on is being attractive. And I'm not just talking about physical attraction, right? This is a metaphor of beauty here. This is about internal attractiveness. It's about your inner beauty and your outer beauty matching so that you can attract the good luck that you so desperately need, so that when it does arrive, you can see it for exactly what it is and accept it and receive it with open arms. If it's the correct one for you, and you're going to be able to see it. You'll see it for what it is. If it's good for you, you can accept it with open arms. If it isn't, you're going to know what kind of boundaries you need to place around that. And you could take an opportunity slowly. You can start any new opportunity slowly. You don't have to go full on. It doesn't have to be a huge commitment. But you definitely do need to start looking at what commitments and things are in your life right now that have to stop, that have to be put on the side, put down, forgotten. I don't know. But it starts with you. I hope this helps. I'm going to leave the reading there. So thank you so much for being with me. If this resonated with you, like, share, subscribe, comment, and yeah, thank you for being part of this cosmic brew that we're all a part of. Take care.